everyone, it's Lachlan from Lachlan Likes Update. I'm here at the 4th annual Headphone Meet, which is being held in Sydney, CanCon 4, right now in the suburb of Epping. And I thought I'd make a little video just to show you what goes on in a headphone meet if you haven't seen it before, and maybe do a little documentation of the event. So there's a lot of cool gear here on display, and we're going to run around, talk to some people, and let's get right into it. So CanCon this year is being held in a community centre usually used by senior citizens, but today we're taking over the building to use it for the equally mature art of headphone appreciation. So basically a headphone meet is an environment where people just sit around listening to headphones, like this gentleman here. Alright. Ooh, a ZX1 spotted in the wild with its apparent owner.
Like that, is it?
Yes. How are you enjoying the ZX1?
I am enjoying it immensely. My only downfall is it sounds pretty mediocre, I think, with my JH13s.
Right. What are you looking for more out of it?
I was looking for something that sounds a bit more like a Burson conductor.
Right.
Just more in its openness.
Could you put the ZX1 on top of the Burson conductor, and we can just see a little. So this gentleman here is expecting that thing to sound like that thing.
Well, my opinion is that if Aston Kern can sell the K240 for a price double that, why can't I expect relative sound comparisons?
Fair enough. So over here we have a tree of life in terms of headphone collection. I think this is the piece de resistance, so to speak, as far as headphone collecting goes. Let's see what we've got going on over at this table here. Seems like this is the big boy table. We've got some serious amps and DACs. And another HD800s that's been making a showing today. It's also a good chance to check out some exotic headphone stands, which I have not seen before. This particular work of art. Whose weird red headphone stand is that? That looks amazing.
PK James.
PK James. Hey, and where'd you get that? Where'd you get that headphone stand? It looks like you could just display it by itself. It's amazing.
Yeah, Aurori is a Chinese manufacturer.
Okay.
Well, it's the goods design is actually quite famous for the stand. So it's made of wood, but it's lacquer finish. Yeah.
Right. No, that thing looks really nice.
It comes with a proper DAC and a net. Everything.
Oh, right. That's so cool. It looks a bit like a tongue, honestly. So I've managed to find the gentleman responsible for this incredible collection. Why don't you introduce yourself to YouTube?
Takanori, Sound of Audio.
Yep, and that is quite a collection. Is that your entire collection of...
It's not the entire collection.
It's not the entire collection. How long have you been collecting?
About 20 years now.
Yeah? Yeah, what guides your purchases?
Try the weirdest models you can find and see what you think.
Right.
You have to try it out, otherwise you never know.
We got a gentleman enjoying the AD1000X, which I actually brought to the meet. Hopefully they meet his approval. It's always awkward when someone listens to someone else's prized possession and does not like it. Did you buy them in Australia? The Blue Imperia?
This one?
Yeah, did you buy the Blue Imperia in Australia?
I bought it in the Apple Store.
Oh, okay.
It just came out. When it just came out.
I've never seen them on sale in Australia, so...
At that time, it's very expensive.
I've never seen the blue ones.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a very vibrant blue. And these people, they look deep in concentration. This is the concentrating face that headphone enthusiasts use. Just sensory deprivation. This is Adrian. In many ways, he is the founder of this event this year because he complained on the forum about not being able to see any meets in Sydney.
That's true.
And he was told to make one.
Yes,
so what he did was, he did not make a meet, he got, where's Paul? Paul. He got Paul to make the meet instead.
There's a Tupperware box amp. I don't know.
Best sounding Tupperware box ever.
That is pretty amazing.
It's a Tupperware box. That's it.
Actually, that should have a name, the Tupper. The Tuppy. Ah. Using it straight out of the iPod. You know what? That actually works really well.
Does it?
Yeah, it's meant to. It's meant to be plugged into all kinds of crappy stuff. Or, not saying that that's
pretty
necessarily, but
I just know what else was here. I didn't
it's there's like a resistor network in it, so that it doesn't even matter what you plug it into, even if you plug it into something really good. It's designed to make the good amps bad and the bad amps good. So you're the gentleman with the Beats executives. You know what?
Here we go.
You know what? I'm gonna say this seriously. I'm thinking about getting a pair of the Studio Wireless. Just gonna put that out there, even though.
I mean, those are good, but you'll like those better if you're interested in that.
Yeah.
These I won them in a contest for work, believe it or not, and they actually aren't that bad. And they're noise canceling, so they help with the city, which is nice.
I love the apology that everyone has to make before they say that they're okay. It's like I won them in a I didn't buy them. Of course, when I wasn't running around annoying people with a camera, I did get a chance to listen to some really cool gear on my eternal quest to find the one headphone which is as comfortable as the MA900 and has the same signature but is an upgrade in every way. So I finally get a chance to listen to the TH900 for a good amount of time. The sense of scale and the bass on this is incredible, like the kind of texture to the sound. It's really quite startling. One thing I do notice is that to me the mids feel a bit recessed in comparison with the bass and the treble. So it's a kind of very reminiscent of the Danon headphones that I've heard, and it's not exactly my favorite kind of sound signature because it can get a little fatiguing for me to listen to. After a while, I do prefer a bit of warmth in the mids. This is
it actually awesome, or was that sarcasm?
Tasteless sounding headphone I've ever heard, and I don't mean as in tasteless as in I mean tasteless as in it doesn't leave any flavor or taste in your mouth. Like I cannot really reliably say anything about this headphone. It's so.
It's pretty subtle.
I'm not going to say it's neutral. It is really cold. It is really analytical. It's like laser beams, you know. It is pretty impressive, but not necessarily going to be something that I would always want to listen to because it's an instrument, if anything else. As far as my quest to find my next headphone purchase goes, maybe I should just call it a day and get a pair of HD 650s, but I did get a chance to hear some amazing custom demos that I really enjoyed, courtesy of A Customs, who came all the way from Melbourne for the event, and I'm going to be posting up a little chat I had with the guys from A Customs later on, so a big shout out to them for supporting the community. All in all, it was a fantastic meet. I got to hear some amazing gear and make some great new friends. A big shout out to Paul for arranging this event for the 4th year in a row. And if you're watching this and you want to go to an event like this yourself, just check Headphone because there is always a local meet happening near you. And if there isn't, why not make one yourself? And as always, happy listening. Adrian, why are you... Adrian, why are you just standing there like Slenderman or something?
It's trying to concentrate.
You're just like... It reminded me of Paranormal Activity. Have you seen that bit where she just stands there for like an hour?